Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Bloodseeker.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Jen.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Dire team ban.
Shadow Fiend. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick. Geosnide.
10 seconds remaining. Choose your hero. Ten seconds remaining.
No blood for you.
Oops.
Burns,
That
doesn't
wasn't
it?
too bright.
Welcome back, everyone, to our third game of our first series of the day here as Viking take on HellRaisers. It's all tied up, one apiece. I'm Gareth, joined by the lovely Lacoste, as always. What are your expectations from this final game, Lacoste?
That was hot.
Well, there's a ton of minus armor on Viking, and this is the type of strat that they ran before when they played the BTS Pro Series, and they won with it. So, like, playing heroes that you feel comfortable with, this is something that I like when teams do, instead of trying to experiment with some, like, newer strats copying other teams.
Yeah, and I guess a similar thing can be said for HellRaisers. They finally get their hands on Tiny, so Lil's going to have that action-packed chaos creator roaming around the map. But they've also got Nyx on Terrorblade, a hero that he definitely found a lot of fame on, as his career through the CIS region has been looking pretty good. Terrorblade, that final pick for them, do you think it rounds out their draft and gives them what they need to face off against all the minus armor that you were talking about?
They needed a hero that, deals any kind of tower damage, and this hero has a pretty high armor, 11 armor, level 1.
It's very, very difficult to bring down when he's got the help from Bloodseeker, Doom, and all that good stuff. And I guess Shadow Fiend as a hero doesn't mind being doomed too much, nor do Chaos Knight or Slardar. Everyone can kind of stand their ground and battle, even through that Doom ulti.
To battle.
And it is a position 1 Slardar. If you didn't notice, Chad is going to be playing that, so they keep Toby on that off-lane Chaos Knight. As we've seen him pick up, Armlet. We've seen a lot of Aghanim Scepters from Chaos Knights in recent times. A bit of a disco dance battle. Chili peppers being thrown. Funnick, always having fun in Dota 2. He still enjoys the game.
He's in those 1% of the players who are still having fun in the game, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
that's a niche meme.
Slardar safe, and been a while since I saw this hero being played as position 1. I see Hand of Midas being queued up, so like you need something to increase your farming abilities. I love Slardar in general as a hero because it amplifies your other heroes, like a Shadow Fiend we've seen in the previous game, the one before, with the Lifestealer and Slardar. Like these 2 heroes work very well together.
Get that early tempo going. Top lane, it looks like Bloodseeker and Tiny will be up against this Chen Slardar. Yet again, a lane here from Viking that can sustain and regen thanks to Divine Favor, or it looks like Holy Persuasion now is going to be chipping away at the Bloodseeker through the bashes. Tiny going to try and drag Wave back. Will successfully do just that. While things calm down top, we can take a look in towards mid lane. Xani on the Doom, 5-1 against Shadow Fiend of Boom, who is spamming out mangoes and tangos, waiting for that bottle to arrive. Down bottom, Terrorblade for Nyx already in Metamorphosis, getting stunned up by the Chaos Bolt, trying to follow through with a Light Strike array. A lot of damage onto the Terrorblade, can't kill him off. Beautiful there for Viking if they could take down the Metamorph Terrorblade, but Witch Doctor, he's there to save the day.
From what I've seen that people love to do when they're playing against Terrorblade is hide here, you bring your position 5 and they get a kill on TB who's in meta, but Chen is not that hero. Like maybe if you use Penitence level 1, other than that I don't see them getting a kill.
Another stun on bot, Witch Doctor. He's going to pop Fairy Fires, run away with Voodoo Restoration. Akare not connecting. Both sides towing the edge. But it's going to be a lot of regen that Viking need to burn down here, as they're both sitting pretty low on both AP and mana. Mid lane should be quite an interesting one. Melee hero up against Shadow Fiend can often struggle up against the Razors, especially now they're level 2. Xani's going in aggressively, but he can't get hit by the long range raise. He needs to stand his ground, and first blood spilled by Boom.
Well, he tried to make a move. Being super aggressive, then you feel like you're in trouble. I need to fall back, but he has a long range. Just go all and try to hit him, and you fail.
He had very few options, and he tried to take one of them. Xani now, where's he wandering to? He's like, jungle, oh, my camp's been warded. No little camp for him to access with a Devour. And that's a great start for Boom. Shadow Fiend, a hero that can accelerate very quickly, having a lane in which he can dominate, get an early bottle, now regen up, and keep that momentum going. Slardar TCS, matched by the Bloodseeker.
Denied.
Quick little crush into bash there. Funnick needs to pop the salve. All of the lanes looking pretty good for Viking.
Yeah, so far so good. The double stun lane on the bottom lane, when they start getting more levels, it's gonna be tough for TB. He's a hero that is very vulnerable to any kind of burst damage, any kind of magical damage. That's why he has Raindrop queued up. That's one of the best lane stage items you can get in-game. Top lane, they're playing very aggressive on Funnick.
Yeah, already expending Bash and Crush. Funnick with no regen remaining. Where's he off to? Trying to drag a wave around. He's being caught up here. Backs away into the trees and will likely just go for a TP home. He's been blocked in by the range creep. Celery's still giving chase. But Funnick knows there's no stun as Slardar lets him be. Chad instead focusing on this doubled up creep wave arriving at tier 1. And Lil making a long rotation.
A lot of the teams understood how play against Tiny. Just don't get him any early kills, and this hero can't snowball. And they gave, Lil 2 free creep waves. He's sitting at the 6 CS. He was dragging in between the towers, and now he has, decent level. But Blood is going to be left alone on the top. He has a Windlace and speed. This is a survivability build.
Yeah, that level 3 Tiny you're talking about, there'll be a little pause here from Kasani. Made his way from top through to mid. Our observer wards pretty much spotting him every step of the way. Both obs will be expiring soon. They've been able to safeguard that mid lane as Viking very nicely from any Tiny rotations, so the only place left for Lil to go is down bottom. And you can see already the spidey senses of Viking tingling. Lena's backed away, Bounty Rune's about to spawn, so HellRaisers really have to make a concerted effort here to try and get a kill around Bounty Runes to make this little movement worth it.
I think HellRaisers can get a kill there. Witch Doctor has no mana, no mangoes to work with. TB also out of mana, out of meta. At least secure a rune with the Tiny, but that's pretty much it.
I'm starting to wonder the way this game goes. Terrorblade, jungling in the next 4 or 5 minutes or so. Tiny, Witch Doctor, Doom, and Bloodseeker as a kind of 4-man maneuver squad as the lot strike array from RMS does come in, but Bounty Rune grabbed by Lil. Shadow Fiend trying to get the takedown onto Witch Doctor. One raise will finish him off, and Boom will thankfully grab that kill and the Bounty Rune to fall back on.
Dire's
Lil
middle tower is under attack.
hit by the light strike array. He was thinking about sniping the second bounty, but good placement by Aramis.
Look what Phonic is doing on the top lane. Like, he can't get any CS because he's just being pressured by chance. So he's just dragging a creep wave, trying to get the most out of this. Can't really lane against Slardar.
Look at the way Slardar's moving. He's dragging the whole Radiant creep wave, but as kick does die down bottom lane. Avalanche there from Lil, trying to find Aramis. Light strike away is good though, buying another second of time here, but the toss forward. CK will remove the Lina. As top lane comes to nothing. Phonic, how did he duke away from 3 heroes?
You know how? Because Lina was extremely low and he got extra move speed. Zoom, zoom, that's how you do it. Doom, double damage on the mid lane. Plus a catapult.
That's a lot of damage on the tower, forcing the glyph as well.
Are fortified.
Kasani's actually going to glyph up his own creep wave here, trying to keep the push in the mid lane going. Save the catapult and keeps it alive. Now creep wave is here to tank it up. So, coming from the side, Lil looking for the wraparound onto Boom. They've got Witch Doctors coming in from the left-hand side as well, and Shadow Fiend, he is out in deep water. Unfortunately for Boom, he's been picked off by 3 of HR's heroes.
He does not even use at that point, understands that, it's a waste of mana. When you're playing Tiny, you need to have constant mana spam. Mangoes, Clint is running on you. He's gonna make some stacks. That's how you make gold with your Tiny. Lil is playing actually really well. He understood that he can do on the top lane. They can't pressure a kill on a Slaughter with Chen backing him up, so he just makes a rotation on the bottom, gets a kill, secures a rune, gets a kill on a Shadowfin, which is a pretty big deal.
And now Smoke hooked up with a Witch Dog looking for the SF again. Avalanche toss, the TP reaction. Aramis is coming. Lina will arrive in time as the raindrops from Boom, keeping him alive. Aramis with just 1 light strike array though. Not able to get a turnaround kill, but at the very least, allowing the SF to fall back to the jungle safely. Now, this has been good though, with Terrorblade getting a lot of farm bottom lane, and Bloodseeker getting a decent amount of experience top. They've created a bit of space for themselves by piling in onto that mid lane, onto SF.
It's going to be a lot on Tiny's shoulders, where he needs to make the moves. Like, T is not going to make any kind of move. Bloodseeker is still not level 6. You have mid Doom. Every single time Doom is up, you do not want to make a rotation. You want other and try to kill Shadowfin.
There, 1 tower as well. Lil Yet again, going for this multi-angled approach onto again. Tiny from the right-hand side, Witch Doctor from the left. In the middle, the Chaos Knight stuck with Nyx's Terrorblade. They'll finish off Toby quite easily. The Maledict should tick him down as the final pop. We'll get Witch Doctor the kill. This has been really nice, systematic stuff from HellRaisers. They're creating space in all the right places.
For now, Viking is just farming. They're getting levels on their heroes. Slardar, it's a safe lane Slardar, which means he does not want to make any kind of rotation. Farming his hand of Midas. Lil once again making a move.
Finding Aramis, yeah. Boom is here. This time SF safeguarding Lena's life rather than the other way around. So the tower bottom kept up for now. Mid lane getting shoved again by this Doom, perpetually on the mid-tier 1. And the lane swaps happen. Terrorblade doesn't go jungle, he goes top lane, so he can potentially shove this out and then fall back onto his triangle if things get a little bit hairy.
He wants to pressure the tower. They have Witch Doctor and Bloodseeker, so you have someone to stop a TP with the Rupture.
Top tower
they're not going to see him.
Attack.
Now they place the ward behind the tower. This should be a freebie one. I'm not sure if they can get anything out of this. There's a push coming out to the bottom lane. I already defend that.
They come here with two heroes, Lil and Phonic, both onto Chad. The Chaos Bolt and the Blood Bright comes, but Lil, well, they're trying to get it out of there, but Tiny is 1 minute away from death. They do get the trade though, with Slardar picked off by the Kasani Doom as Aramis, thinking about a light strike array. Who does he focus? Doom is sprinting off to the left, they're trying to connect, but it's a 1 second stun and Aramis doesn't get the chain combo in. Viking do bring the numbers down, but they can't get that full-on follow-through.
Tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
They defended the tier 1 tower, which is very important when you're playing against the Chen. They have very limited tower damage. We're laughing about Gary.
Funnick, this whole game has been me watching Funnick walking into completely random places and buying so much space for his team. Look, he's chat wheeling. He knows he's going to get a bounty rune. He's dragging waves around. He's having fun.
Is under attack.
He is having fun. I mean, he's doing his job, getting the most out of the situation that he was in. His position for Tiny left him alone, and then he needs to make something for himself. He makes another lane. Like, this is the 4th lane in Dota. Top, bottom, mid, jungle, and the lane that Funnick just made.
The Bloodseeker lane, 2 second stun. They do catch the Doom. Light Strike Array finally there, and they will bring Kasani down. Viking finally getting something for their efforts, as they do convert that mid lane for about the 20th time this game. Tier 1 in deny range. But this has all been a distraction from the Terrorblade. A vast portion of this dire jungle has been farmed through. He's shoved top tier 1. TB sitting just over 5k net worth. As the catch on to the Lena yet again. Laguna blades back into Witch Doctor, trying to get at least a trade with the Maledict ticking. Might just be able to do it. Aramis gets the pick off all the mech from Celery. That saved her. Not only do you get a kill on Witch Doctor, but you survive on Lena.
That's pretty big. I mean, Chen is a bit under-leveled. He was not involved in any of the kills because they failed the top lane, so he just got an assist, which means that he got his level 6, 12 minutes in. And now they have a lot of heal. 250 coming out from ulti, and almost the same amount coming out from max. So it's a 500 AoE heal that you can use in a team fight. But they're a bit, limited on the real hero who can go in and start a team fight.
Well, Bloodseeker, he's gone in and might have lost his life. Not a team fight, but definitely a good pick-off for Viking.
Yeah, Toby doing a very good job. It's not a centaur that uses ulti, has an earlier blink dagger to set things up. But he's all over the place. Like, he's involved in 5 out of 7 kills, and he's once again going for the build that he went in game number 1. Bracer, Magic Wand, going for Echo Saber, which means that this hero is going to scale.
Radiant's middle
Did he have armor in game 1? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, he did.
So,
Radiant are
for example, in this game, what's the reason why he would skip armlet and go Echo Saber? Is it because Doom is there?
Maledict and Doom, yeah.
Yeah. Gonna go tank up as much as he can. And I guess second part of that question, Lil. Aramis wants him, desperately chasing into the trees. Do they have to stun again? The striker is up, but not fast enough. Took be too far with a Chaos Bolt. But yeah, Aghanim's Chaos Knight. We saw a lot of that through qualifiers. From a lot of CIS teams in particular, but it seems like Viking here preferring Chaos Knight to be more of a tanky semi-core rather than the utility.
It's a gentleman's agreement where he does not want the game to crash. There's already Terrorblade with reflection. Imagine using CK ulti with the Ags.
We had some great little frame drops in one of the qualifier games. I had, like, I don't know, Monkey King, Luna, Terrorblade, Aghanims from CK. There were illusions everywhere. Things got a little bit messy. But calm now, as Viking have Slardar continuing to farm top. It looks like Midas into Aghanim Scepter is going to be his choice of primary items. Shadow Fiend, maybe. This has got to be one of the timings now. Viking want to play around. Shadow Fiend, BKB means a big turning point as bottom lane. They get the stuns in onto Tiny. Toby and Aramis. Gonna blast them off the face of the map again. That's delaying the blink.
Yeah, having such a good read on the game. They know Tiny is very close to a Blink Dagger, so they kill him twice, and this is their only form of initiation on side of HellRaisers. Like, you can't expect the Doctor to run in, use a cask, or Bloodseeker to set things up with just a Rupture. It's also a very low cast that. If Viking win another team fight in the minute, they can just get inside the Roche pit. There's ton of minus armor.
Yeah, the snowball can start very quickly. And I guess Doom... Oh, Tiny. Okay, he's fine. I guess Doom, yes, he's got Blink, he's got War Stomp, but this is your mid-Doom, right? It's not your position 3, your position 4 Doom that can just jump into a fight and not care about his life. He has to be able to go in and out of fight, focus down the right targets that he needs to, the Lina, the Shadow Fiend. And you were talking about winning a fight and then going into Roshan Lacoste. Viking said, screw you, we're just going to go into the pit regardless.
Let's see.
Phantasm from Toby. There, Bloodseeker being focused down. The crit's not quite taking Funnick down. The Maledict lands onto Toby, but Roshan has been pretty fallen. Dowel, Witch Doctor, crushed by the jump from Shad and Toby. And Roshan will be going down for Viking to put Aegis into the hands of Boom.
Well, if teamfight does not want to come to you, you force Roche teamfight. Like, it's only level 2, presence of the aura, minus armor, also minus armor coming up from corrosive haste, so that's minus 15, some extra minus armor from reality rift, minus 6, that's minus 20 armor, and those are like level 1, level 2 abilities at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We might see a medallion come out from Chen or something soon as well. For now, he's got Vlad's queued up. Lina going to go into Ether Lens, as we've been seeing. No Solar Crest or anything on her. HellRaisers still on this Terrorblade. A lot of eggs in the Nyx basket. Doom heading into BKB Shivas. It's pretty much the same as the old position 3. You think S4 Doom, and this is the build that he went a lot of the time. Blink, War Stomp, maybe a Drums. But BKB and Shiva's there going to be your tanky frontliner, creating space for TB.
This is the build. You just get the items faster because you're getting the levels faster. There's a Rupture on Toby. I don't think Toby cares too much. Level 1 Rupture.
He really doesn't care. He wants Funnick. He tastes blood in the jungle.
Your flesh
Bloodseeker dead for what feels like the second time in pretty quick succession. Funnick didn't die the entire laning stage, but now 0, 2, and 1 starting to get picked off a little too much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Who's popping drums?
Blink on Tiny.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Doom. He was trying to make a move on the bottom lane on Shad. Like, they're playing so well around Tiny. They killed him twice. The lane his Blink Dagger. Now your Tiny has an 18-minute Blink Dagger that he did not show.
Trying to get himself into a position to use it. Lil hiding away near top tier 1. Vikings still smoked up on a couple of heroes. That's going to expire on Aramis now.
Radiant's
Courier,
has
though,
been killed.
on its way to the secret shop, getting sniped by the Lina. Viking
Radiant's
considering the
top
tier 1
tower
tower
is
here. They're going to
under
go in with Chen creeps.
Dire's top tower is under
Trying to
attack.
bait people in. It's a double damage
Radiant's
to an SF.
structures are fortified.
Force the glyph. HellRaisers probably okay with this, though. They're getting a lot of pressure onto both of the side lanes.
Radiant's top
And
tower
Bloodseeker is
fallen.
given a little bit of room.
Dire's top tower
That is
is
a
under attack.
freebie tier 1 for Viking.
Aegis still up and running for 2 minutes. He finds the Vambrace, has a Growbow, and the Dragonlance. So that's a lot of extra attack range of Fiend.
Oh, that's huge. And having the Grove Bow for the magic amp onto your Razors and Requiem, especially at this period of the game where Terrorblade, for example, Bloodseeker don't have BKBs, Doom is still, you know, a good few hundred away from finishing that recipe. And now the fear is at the heads of HellRaisers if they're hiding their Terrorblade in their base.
Radiant's
Look
middle
where
tower is
Bloodseeker's
under
farming.
attack.
Like, I mean,
That's what I told you. It's what I said. He's just in random places on the map.
fish for any kind of information.
Radiant structures
Maybe if
are
there's no
fortified.
ganking, you know, buy some time until this Aegis runs out.
He's being intelligently efficient as they toss the SF in. Aegis going to be reclaimed, it looks like, as the first life of Boom taken out. Now, Viking struggling to get into position here to react. The BKB from Boom, but in Doom. Boom is doomed to the SF's out, but Toby has found Funny. Somehow getting the pick off from the right-hand side, and in comes Shad with a double there. They're trying to chip away at the Slaughter, but he's so damn tanky with the Aghanim Scepter to go, and he's sprinting forward. Shad with the rest of Viking clear through 3, and Terrorblade with Tiny hide in the trees. I don't know if there's a way out of this one. They're closing in around him. Nyx is in trouble. In comes the stun, trying to dodge with the Manta. Well played by the TP. Turns the Sunder, turns the fight. Shad will drop.
Gonna die.
But the Terrorblade is surviving. The toss cancels the rift. No way can Nyx get away from here. Aramis is going in with the Dragon Slave to clear him up, but he gets the kill at long last, finding the TV. But Viking losing that Slaughter there doesn't feel great, but taking him by Barracks does.
Yeah, they have so much damage at the moment. With the Chen, buffing them up, Elf Wolf, Presence Aura affects the buildings. Like, they try to make a move on Shadowfiend, but it's not enough. There's so much sustain. Chen didn't even flinch. He was not more hand to God on Shadowfiend, who was doomed. I think he could have possibly saved the Slaughter in that fight with him, but, you know, mistakes were made.
And it was a close one with the Slaughter, that last second Sunder. And
Radiant's
TV with the
courier
Metamorphosis.
has been killed.
Unexpected amount of damage as Nyx loses an Ultimate Orb. Starting to look pretty rough for HellRaisers. Especially when they're on the back foot in a team fight like that. Getting sandwiched by a CK and a Slaughter with SF as the focal point up on the...
Radiant's top tower.
Like, look at what Shad is doing right now. He's basically playing as a pos 3, just running at the enemy.
Playing as a pos 3, you need to get the Blink Dagger eventually, and he has one queued up. Yeah, he understands that Shadowfiend is, you know, kind of carry. Also, CK is building the carry items. Tiny, they got him.
They do find the catch. The cask will bounce, though, in between Slaughter and CK. Good Maledict, but there's no real follow-through. One more avalanche from Lil. Bloodseeker finds Aramis. There's a funny clever way to cancel TP. Doesn't look like it, but Aramis gonna have to just self-use and try and run away. Oh, he did have a clumsy net, my apologies, but a turnaround potential. In we go. Witch Doctor being blown out by the CK. Just need a hit, a crit, and there you have it.
He almost gets one-shotted there. Shad, he's in, using the puddle.
Has fallen.
And what does he get from that puddle? HP regen bonus 35, 12 bonus armor, 40% status resistance.
Top tower is fallen.
That God,
Not bad, not
Radiant's
bad,
top
huh?
barracks are under attack.
pretty spicy. Now, second lane of barracks falling as Viking
Radiant's top barracks
fully in control of this game. HellRaisers
Dire's
don't
bottom
seem to have a way to
tower is
answer
under
any of these
attack.
questions being posed by them. Tiny does get a combo off, Lena self-fuels, but they've blown up Lil, and Aramis might just be walking away with the essence of getting heals from Chen. To survives. Renata ripped back in, Kasani! Where did he go?
Oh,
It's just a
Witch
three different Shadow Fiend on Witch Doctor.
He-shot
This is game over. That is absolutely demoralizing as Vikings walk into this base and they're three-shotting people. Blood right looks good. Everyone scatters to the wind and Viking reset. Two lanes, they got what they came for. Time to fall back. Get back to farming, lads.
No need to rush anything. Roche may respawn in 5 seconds. You got two set of racks, your two towers standing on the bottom lane. Also casual BD for almost full 2 minutes. Let's see the Roche spawn, minute and 40 seconds. So I guess Viking, they're just gonna wait for the next Roche to spawn. You're not gonna make a mistake. Give them a comeback option.
Dire are scanning.
Double damage.
SF, you mentioned it. He's got like 750 attack range. Pretty lengthy right clicks coming from him as tier 2 bottom. Pretty easy for the Dire to take at this point. Not an objective that really
Radiant's
wants to
bottom
particularly
tower is
defend,
under
and it's
attack.
not easy to defend either. Too many access points here with two ramps
Radiant's
above
bottom
it,
tower
jungle
has
below it.
fallen.
They just let Viking take the objective.
Okay, so they're going for high ground. CK ult.
Jesus. Well, that tower didn't last long. They blinked stomp, but the beacon boom, perfectly timed as he turns, and the Doom has to run. They've already blown up Funnick. He didn't last very long. Kicked is gone. There it is, all over. That's been shut out completely. Viking, they sniff it out, they see it coming, and boom, with that beautiful BKB reaction time, as HellRaisers tap out. GG's goal, and Viking take the series 2-1.
Yeah, this was perfectly executed by Viking. They did not play aggressive at the early stages of the game because it's hard for them to set things up. Instead, they're waiting for their momentum. Chen get